everybody, this is Carolyn from Homesteading Family, and we've been talking about preserving your excess eggs that come in during the springtime so that you have some extra on hand for winter, or for when you have a busy season, or for when you're just not getting so many eggs in. Now, this is a recipe that you can use with your own chicken eggs from your own homestead. You can also use this for store-bought eggs. You can use this for dirty eggs that come in from your homestead, unlike some of our preserving methods. And this is pickling eggs. Now, this is not to be confused with the water glassing method that we used before that involves pickling lime. In that method, you are not actually pickling the eggs, you're just preserving the eggs in lime, and that gives you a fresh egg. Unlike that, we are talking about actual pickled eggs. And today I'm just going to make a batch for our refrigerator because they give you a great shortcut when you're busy in the spring and you're busy in the summer and you need a quick high protein snack or maybe a quick meal. This is a great thing to reach for, and you can make egg salad sandwiches out of this, and it's really good. These pickled eggs made into egg salad sandwiches. You can slice these on top of your salads or into gosh, a lot of people will put them on their sandwiches, just sliced eggs, pickled eggs. You can put these just on the side and eat them all by themselves. You could also turn these into deviled eggs if you wanted after they've done pickled. So it's a really easy way to have something quick to grab during those busy spring and summer seasons. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Now, we're starting with eggs that have been hard boiled and peeled. So we've got duck eggs. You can see some of these guys are bigger, and these are duck eggs, and this was boiled for about 15 minutes. I put them into rapidly boiling water. It's the best way that I have found to boil eggs consistently. And then the chicken eggs take about 12 minutes to get them fully nicely hard boiled so they really hold together. Now, something that we as homesteaders often struggle with is, how do I get eggs, fresh eggs that will peel? Well, you know, I have tried steaming them. People swear by steaming them. They say that, you know, they will peel no matter what. And you know what? I have not had luck with that. I have tried boiling them. I've tried boiling starting in cold water. I've tried boiling them, cooling them, and sticking them back in boiling water. I've tried every different method out there. And the one no-fail method that I have found is to let your eggs age on the counter at room temperature for about a week before you try to hard boil them. So if you want to do a lot of eggs and keep them in nice shape where you can actually just pull the peels right off, then just leave them out on the counter for about a week and they'll be great, and you can boil them in whatever method you want and the peels will come right off. So I have just a whole bunch of these guys that we went ahead and hard boiled this morning. And I have a brine here that I made out of 4 cups of vinegar, 1 cup of water, and half a cup of salt. Now, you could use white vinegar if you wanted. I tend to use the apple cider vinegar, the organic, for everything, all of my pickling, and it does have a stronger flavor, but it is much healthier for you. And I can buy it in 5-gallon buckets bulk and save a lot of money on it. So I buy several buckets before the pickling year starts for my cucumber pickles, for any garden pickles, and for anything I want to do with it. So I make all my salad dressings out of that and just really take advantage of that. So I have the 4 cups of the apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of good pure water, and I have half a cup of really good quality salt. You don't want to use table salt for this. It will discolor your pickled eggs really badly. So I'm using a Redmond real salt in here. You could use a sea salt. You could use a kosher salt or a pickling salt or a canning salt. Those are all fine. They won't have any of the additives that will change the color of your eggs. And then I have my jar, which is very clean. When you are pickling something, especially if you're going to do refrigerator pickles, you want to make sure that you have, just before you started, washed out your jar with hot soapy water and then dried it pretty well. And let's see, the other ingredients we need here are some cloves of garlic and some red chili pepper. And this is all, you know, you can play with these spices a little bit if you want. You can leave out the chili pepper if you don't want it, that's fine. And some turmeric. So I'm going to show you how easy this is. So I'm going to take about a teaspoon of turmeric. This is a 2-quart jar that I'm using because I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. If I wanted to can this, I would not do anything bigger than 1 quart. You just don't, you know, you can't heat things through very well there. So I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of turmeric here right into the bottom of this 2-quart jar. If I was using the 1 quart, I'd do a half a teaspoon. And I'm going to drop in, I'm going to go with 2 cloves of garlic. And this is just a whole cayenne chili pepper from my garden from last year. You could use crushed red pepper, probably about half a teaspoon for a quart jar. Of course, you could use less if you don't want it to have a little bit of a kick or a spice. So I'm going to break this up a little, get some of those seeds out just to kind of spread that spice out a little, help it get going. This is so great. This is so easy. Now my brine has been heated to nice and hot to make sure that the salt is really well dissolved. So I always put a little bit of brine right at the bottom to start, just to make sure I don't get any air pockets in the bottom when I'm putting these eggs in. And now I'm just going to go ahead and start putting in these eggs. And I'm just going to layer them right in here. You can see this is a pretty easy process. You want your eggs to not have a lot of blemishes from the peeling. So if you get ones that are really cracked, you probably don't want to use that. That's just a way to introduce too much bacteria from the peeling in. So you want them pretty whole. And you do not want to poke your eggs. That's another way to get the some bacteria from the outside into the center of the eggs where the vinegar may not get to it very quickly. So you want to not poke it. I know some people like to do that because of the flavor, but it's not the safest method. All right, and I'm just going to keep layering these guys in here. And these are also really good in your potato salad or macaroni salads for your summer if you make that sort of thing. Then, you know, I know a lot of people put their hard-boiled eggs in that. Tuna salad, people put them in there. And these just add that great flavor right to them. Okay, so I've filled it up. I could have had a few more, but I didn't have them available to pickle today. So we just went with what we had. And now I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest of this hot brine right over the top of these eggs. And there you have it. That's it. Because I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, I've got just a plastic lid. And that's it. I'm going to let these guys sit for 2 weeks before we start eating off of them, just to let them go ahead and pickle and get that flavor nice and fresh. So this is a great way to preserve some eggs either for summer or through the winter. These ones in the fridge will last me at least 6 months, if not a year, no problem at all. And we'll be able to pull out a nice hard-boiled egg whenever I want for a snack. That's a great way to get some good protein into your diet. Thank you guys. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye. For more videos like these, sign up at www.homesteadingfamily.com. Also, follow along on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.